Coach, just asking why the second half was difficult. Bellarmine shot 64% in the second half. You had a lead going into. What was different in the second half for you?
Yeah, I mean, I thought, early on in the game, it took us a little while to kind of get used to their style of play. I don't know if you noticed really how they were playing, but I mean, they post everyone. And I mean, they're as different as anybody that we've played in the 11 years that I've been here. They hardly dribble the basketball in the first 20 seconds of the possession. We knew that coming in, but it's something that you don't see every day. They don't really set ball screens. And I thought in the second half, we came out, I thought we had some unforced turnovers. We didn't do a very good job of taking care of the ball. We missed some opportunities that we needed to make. And obviously they got a little bit of momentum, and their two best players are really hard matchups, just because they're both guys that can really put it on the floor and they can score around the basket. And I thought, the Bradshaw kid, we had a hard time matching up with him. And also Penn, he's just a little bit of a size matchup. And I thought that was a difference. I mean, I thought it was a hell of a basketball game with, between two really good teams and really a game of runs. I was really excited and impressed with just how we played down the stretch, from behind. I thought we did some terrific things defensively. I thought we got every opportunity to win the basketball game, multiple possessions down 6, where we missed a couple layups. We missed some wide open threes. We kept getting offensive rebounds. We made some defensive plays. I was really proud of our guys and their execution.
Jimmy, to climb back in that game in the first half, I was tremendous. You guys almost started playing their game with your motion and passing the ball around, and you proved very effective.
Yeah, and they're it's interesting. I mean, they're a different team on both ends of the court than you see. I mean, they really come after the basketball. And one of our things, going into the game was we needed to take care of the ball, and I thought. The one stretch where we didn't was the one stretch where it gave them life and kind of got them back in the game. And then I just thought we missed some open looks. I thought we were a little bit impatient during that stretch. Ultimately I thought we did a decent job taking care of the basketball, but they're a good basketball team and they made plays as well. And I know you guys talked to Lonnie. Lonnie had Lonnie turned his ankle pretty good in our last game with Loyola, and then he turned his other ankle, and he had a tough week of practice, and I thought it showed, in just how he shot the ball today. But I'm incredibly grateful for us to have the opportunity that we had to be able to practice for another week and be able to come down here and we were able to play some young guys that that we haven't been able to get some minutes for, and that was important, I thought they showed some real glimpses of why they're going to be good, and then I thought they showed some real glimpses of where they need to improve, and that was part of this game. Was we knew that going in. It was going to be an opportunity to also get better as a program.
Can you talk about those players who contributed? I know about Matt Dove.
Yep.
Showed some good stuff. Quabina gave you a couple of really good minutes. Can you talk about them?
Yeah, I mean, we're really excited. I thought Matt, you can see where he's capable of doing some really positive things at his size. And he had a great play. I mean, not just the dunk, but some opportunities defensively where he was able to get his hands on some balls. He was able to get some rebounds. But at the same time, he got in foul trouble quick, and then had a tough turnover there. Inbound in the basketball. I thought Quabina was terrific. I mean, I thought he did knock down his first opportunity to shoot the ball and knock down some free throws, and thought he did a good job defensively. So, along with the other freshmen that we've been playing pretty regularly, it was great to get those guys some game minutes.
Oh, but speaking of freshmen, it looked like Jalen had a tough time tonight.
Yeah, I thought he did. I thought they did some things you know, to really put some pressure on him in the full court. And, you know, and it was tough. I mean, the kid Penn is a heck of a player. And I thought, you know, they were really focused on kind of taking him out of the game and disrupting our offense a little bit with that. I thought Aaron Duhart played a terrific basketball game. I thought he was able to really change the pace of the game for us, you know, in the minutes that he got.
And it took time for Alex King to get on track.
Yeah, and I thought Alex did a really solid job and played a heck of a game. And, you know, ultimately it's disappointing. It's frustrating because, you know, obviously we wanted to win the game and I thought we had an opportunity to win the game and obviously advance here. But I couldn't be more excited about where our program is. And I couldn't be more excited about, you know, the support of our administration, just our administration supporting us in coming down here and having the opportunity to play in this event says a lot about, you know, where they want Army basketball to be. And ultimately Army basketball, you know, since we've joined the Patriot League, we've never been at this level consistently. And we are now. And that's what it's going to take. And that's what we wanted to gain from this experience.
If I can just go back to the first 5 minutes of that second half, I mean, you had gained momentum. I'm sure you guys were really happy at halftime, but you always say that you want to win those first couple minutes of the second half. Are you disappointed or shocked that it got away from you right then and there?
No, I mean, I don't know they got away from us. They got back in it, you know, because I don't think those were turnovers that weren't forced. Those were turnovers that, you know, I thought it was us taking care of the basketball. And then I thought, you know, I need to go back and look at the tape from a defensive side, but I thought they were able to kind of get what they were trying to do. You know, they were able to get some baskets around or get some, you know, some looks in the paint. And that's obviously what we were trying to guard against.
Jimmy, speaking of the future, last year, as you've told me before, you had two really strong players that you kind of built around. But this year, you kind of changed the approach, and this was more of a team approach, likened probably back to the 2016 team. So, is this where you want to take this program?
100%. Yeah. And that's what I think, you know, it's going to take for us to be consistently at the level that we want to be at. And that's competing for Patriot League championships and competing for NCAA tournament berths. And I think we're you know, we're on the verge of doing that with the people that we're bringing into the program and with, you know, what our assistant coaches are unbelievable. I think they've done an incredible job recruiting the last few years. And I couldn't be more excited about, you know, the potential that we have coming in already in our program and coming into our program right now.
Sad to see the seniors go.
Absolutely. I mean, those guys, you think about it. Could there have been we all know there could not have been a more challenging year to be a senior, to be a leader, not knowing that you were even going to have a season. And I mean, up until, you know, we played Merchant Marine Academy on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. We didn't know on that weekend if that game was even going to happen. And we didn't know who we were going to be playing on Friday or Saturday of that weekend, you know, to start the season. And I couldn't give our seniors any more credit. They could not have done a better job of leading this basketball team in times of just, you know, total uncertainty. And it says a lot about them. And I think it says a lot about the future of our country when we have those kinds of people that we know are going to be in leadership positions.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Yep.
Coach, I just was going to ask, I remember last year at the end of the season, I asked if you were going to play in one of these independent tournaments and you said, not last year. What was different this year in your opportunity to go enter this event?
I think just timing and you know, finishing the season, you know, certainly like we did, and just the opportunity to do it. And I thought it made sense. And then just talking with our administration, it made a lot of sense. And, you know, the one thing that's been tough for our guys is, I mean, they haven't left campus other than, you know, us playing games. And our guys only went home for a few days right after exams. They were with us for Christmas. And, you know, the opportunity for us to come down here and you know, one, for practice for another week, but, you know, to play in an event like this and the fact that our administration supported us in doing that is awesome. And I'm incredibly thankful.
What would you say were some of the really toughest things to get through this year between, as you said, the uncertainty of just whether you're going to play games on specific days, the COVID pauses, not get the players, as you said, not getting home much this year?
Yeah, I mean,
what was anything stand out?
I mean, when you're playing in venues without fans, you're playing, Saturdays and Sundays, you're testing. I mean, our guys COVID tested, Monday, Wednesday, Friday from November through this past week, and sometimes multiple days, even more than 3 days a week. They're getting up at I know they get up early, but they're getting up even earlier to do the COVID testing. And, and then obviously we had a 14-day pause in the middle of the season. I mean, that's incredible. And they were able to come back from that and, and get back to, I think, close to the level we were playing prior to that. I mean, there's nothing that was normal about this season. And that's why, I'm so thankful for and impressed with the guys that we had, because they didn't complain, they didn't blink, they didn't make excuses. They did exactly what you want out of the kind of leaders that you expect at West Point.